Hello and welcome to Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV, and it's our final look today at the August 2002 edition of Revs Magazine. So why not grab a brew or a beer and follow the read along with me. So you join us in the final few pages of this magazine where we're looking at the Speed Shop, and we're going to choose 5 cars that we would have bought back in 2002 if we had the money. So the first one we're going to look at is this Honda Civic 1.6 LSI Coupe. It's a metallic green, it's got electric windows, electric mirrors, electric sunroof, remote central lock-in, power steering, it's got a tax and an MOT, it's done at the time 55,500 miles, and this is a totally mint original OEM Honda Civic 1.6 LSI Coupe for 4,300. If we were looking for a small show car, we would probably be looking at this Fiat Cinquecento. That car, the ultimate Cinquecento to be seen in. It was last seen in the last edition of Revs Magazine, which would have been at the July 2002 edition on page 62, or it was featured in Max Power on page 216. We don't know how much we would have offered this chap for this Cinquecento, but it's great to see a modified little Fiat. That is car number 2. For car number 3, we're actually going to go and get another Cinquecento. This one is with a rear Van Eycken turbo conversion to 104 brake horsepower. It's very wick, but it should be quick. It's got a full service history, one owner prior to conversion, and it's ripe for further development. I would say a turbocharged Fiat Cinquecento would just be an absolute riot. So this is person would be looking for £3,950. So that's a sort of stock looking Fiat Cinquecento, but with a little turbo. Car number 4. We're going to have a look at this Ford Sierra RS Sapphire Cosworth. This was featured in the buyer's guide earlier in part 7 of this magazine review. We've already went through what to look out for in the Sierra, but this one is a 2-wheel drive, it's a G-Reg, it's flint grey and blue pearl, it's got 17-inch raceline alloys, chrome engine bay, full leather interior, 4-inch stainless steel exhaust, T34 turbo, RS500 intercooler, dump valve and much more. Lots of history. £18,000 was spent by the owner. And we're looking here at a cost of $6,300 for this Ford Sierra Sapphire RS Cosworth. Finally, car number 5. What are we going to choose? Well, we're going to choose a Saxo. A little bit of a French fancy. This isn't a VTR or a VTS. This is an East Coast Special Edition. So this is a 1.1, 1999. It's done 28,000 miles, 12 months tax and test. It's got a one-off body kit, TV, a PlayStation 2, Evo spoiler. And this could be yours for £7,000 back in August 2002. So perhaps maybe you've just passed a driving test and you want a Saxo back in 2002, but you couldn't afford the insurance premiums of a VTR or a VTS, then the East Coast Special Edition was probably ideal for yourself. And especially with the modifications carried out on here, it looks like a sporty little Citroen, but you'd be paying just for the engine sort of size for your insurance. Well, until you could build up some no claims, and then you could move on to a VTR or a VTS. So this is the Parker's Essential Price Guide. So why don't we have a look at, let's have a look at another popular car that's quite popular for modifying. That's the Mark I Ford Focus. Now that the Focus is getting on a bit, second-hand prices are tumbling fast. You can pick up an early 1800 Z-Tech models for less than £6,000. And you've got a superb project base for modifications. So let's have a look at, say, we're basing this on a Ford Focus 2-litre Z-Tech ESP. Let's go for a 1999 model. So you're looking at 130 brake horsepower, top speed 125, new price of just under £15,000. If you were looking for a mint condition one, you're probably looking at 7,300. If you were looking at a fair one, 5,230. So that's that one. Perhaps you're looking for a Japanese import. Nissan Sunny GTIR. It's got a 2-litre 16-valve turbo. It's good for 220 brake horsepower out of the box. And with a bar of boost, you'll be clocking near enough 300 brake horsepower. Just watch for the unloved GTIRs and fragile gearboxes. So let's have a look at a 1993K. Sorry, we'll go for a 1993L. Brake horsepower of 220, a max speed of about 144. Brand new, these were just over £20,000. And if you're looking for a good one, you would be looking at £4,650. Why don't we have a look at a Spanish Flyer, aka the Seat Ibiza? Go for the later, more rounded models that have legendary VW build quality and look the bollocks. New models out, so these late models should become even more affordable. There's lots of cool gear out now too. You're almost spoilt for choice. So let's have a look at a 1999 Seat Ibiza. We'll go for a late one this time. 2001Y. This is an Ibiza 1.6 Sport. Brake horsepower is 100. Mile per hour is 117. If you were looking for a fair one, you'd be looking at £6,355. If you were looking to buy this brand new, you'd be looking at £10,990 back a year ago. Finish the Parker's Guide, Essential Price Guide, with another favourite of ours, the Vauxhall Corsa. With sport models dipping under £3,000, you can't go wrong. You can't move for modified parts, and the choices for tuning and styling are virtually unlimited. We're going to look at the Corsa from... well, let's go for an early Corsa, if we can. So let's go for an SRI from 1993. On an L, we'll go for brake horsepower at 90, top speed 108. Brand new, these were 8,900. If you're looking for a mint one of these, you'd be looking at 2,740. If you were just looking for an honest one, like fair, you'd be looking at £1,155. So that is the Parker's Essential Price Guide. And just a few cars that we've highlighted. And we finish up on our last feature car, which is a Nissan Sunny GTIR, just what we were talking about in the Parker's Essential Price Guide. So with 330 brake horsepower, chrome 17s, Brembo brakes and a boot full of ice, Welsh chef Darren Davies knows what it takes to make Sunnies taste perfect. Why don't we actually go and have a look at the tech spec of this rather tasty Nissan Sunny. So here we go, let's have a look at the tech spec on this. So it's a 1998cc inline 4-cylinder bored out 1mm per cylinder 16 valve Dorch. HKS 264 degrees camshafts, JE low compression forged pistons, uprated sails, metal head gasket, skimmed head, lightened and balanced flywheel, conrods and clutch cover. Iridium spark plugs, Norris Designs Group A fuel pump, Norris fuel pressure regulator, GTIR turbocharger, spec R front mount intercooler, spec R air induction and battery, relocation kit, sheepdog, stainless steel exhaust system, spec R heater tank, spec R power steering tank, spec R oil breather kit, chrome injector cover plate, chrome rocker cover plate, under bonnet lagging removed, Bailey dump valve, Samco boost and water hoses. We also have an Apex AVC-R boost controller unichip with HKS FCD for fueling. Transmission is 4-wheel drive, 5-speed manual gearbox with Helix uprated clutch. Suspension is Nismo fully adjustable springs and dampers. Brakes are Brembo 4-pot calipers with Brembo 320mm grooved front discs. Godspeed 300mm drilled and grooved rear discs. Green Stuff fast road pads, braided hose, dot 5.1 fluid. Alloys and tyres are 7 by 17 inch BK Racing black chrome rims with 205/40 by 17 Toyo T1S tyres. Bodywork, you've got colour coded front, meshed and rear bumpers. Kudos Evolution front grille, Renault Megane front splitter. Meshed front light covers, single polished single wiper conversion, clear side indicators, stainless steel roof aerial. Interior wise, it's got colour coded dashboard, Momo gear knob, boost control, Apex AVC-R boost controller, white dial kit, external temperature gauge. Ice wise, it's got Pioneer KEX-P8200 RDS head unit, Pioneer CDX-P-2000 auto changer, Phoenix Gold EQ230, PR 10-inch GL subs, Pioneer GM-X904 GMX802 amps, Carrozzeria Airlink Type 6x9s, GL 6.5-inch front components. Performance 330 brake horsepower at 1.5 bar of boost. The ultimate day out. This is Max Power Live, 12th to the 14th of July 2002. There we have Jackie Degg, Jordan and Karina. Then we have an advert for Ultimate Streetcar down at Santa Pod Raceway. And again looking at Parker's, introducing the new look Parker's car price guide. Buy right, buy Parker's. Before moving on to a Momo alloy wheels. And the very last feature The August 2002 edition of Revs Magazine is a Revs Quickie indicator mirrors. We take indicator mirrors for granted nowadays, but back in the early 2000s, these mirrors were all the rage. So here's a quick little fitting guide on how to do it. How long will it take? A couple hours. Is it easy to fit? Oh yes. How much? You're looking at about £79 for the mirrors and the base plates for £8.16. So you're going to need a screwdriver, wire strippers, crimping tool and a soldering iron. So firstly, you need to remove the old mirrors by taking off the plastic cover inside the car and removing the screws that hold the original mirror on. Secondly, you want to remove the original side repeaters from the wings. Most should just turn though, 90 degrees, then pull out like so. Thirdly, you want to strip the ends of the indicator wires and the mirror's extension wires, feed through the inner wing, one end, and into the door the other. Step 4, you want to solder or crimp the indicator wires to the mirror extension wires, making sure you connect the plus VE and the negative VE the right way round. Step 5, you may need to remove the door card to feed the extension wires up through the doors and out through the mirror mounting surface on the door. Step 6, pull the wires gently through the base plates and solder or crimp them onto the wires from the back of your new mirrors. And finally, step 7, screw the base plates and mirrors to the car using the screws provided. Take care not to trap any wires while you're doing it, and the job's a good one. And the final cover, inside cover, is our old friend, the ringtone factory, or the mobile ringtones and pictures. On the back cover, we have an advert for mcsdirect.co.uk, an in-car entertainment specialist. So, that concludes our look at the August 2002 edition of Revs Magazine. If you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe to Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV. And just a wee heads up, we'll be starting our January to February series of Bring Back Max Power on this magazine coming up. We'll be returning to Max Power as we take a look at the May 1999 edition of Max Power magazine. And you could have stood a chance of winning this £60,000 Project Saxo or Project Maxo could be yours. So join me soon as we take a look at this edition of Max Power magazine and our series of Bring Back Max Power. As always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe at Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV, and we'll catch you soon.